This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Upgrade your business with Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet. Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning fewer carts going abandoned and more sales going cha-ching. So if you're into growing your business, get a commerce platform that's ready to sell wherever your customers are. Visit shopify.com to upgrade your selling today.
This episode is brought to you by Unstoppable. Discover the inspiring true story about Anthony Robles, who defied every expectation to become a national wrestling champion in Unstoppable, a new original movie from Amazon MGM Studios and director William Goldenberg, evoking the excitement and camaraderie of classic sports dramas and thrilling wrestling matches. Unstoppable features an all-star ensemble cast, including Jarrell Jerome, Jennifer Lopez, Don Cheadle, Michael Pena, and Bobby Cannavale. Watch Unstoppable now, exclusively on Amazon Prime Video.
What else to do? Move on, hang the certificate in the toilet, people coming in, seeing you done your grading. Hello, I'm your host, Les Bubka. Welcome to Anxious Black Belt, a podcast that focuses on karate, mental health, and everything in between. If you enjoy our content and would like to support us, best way to do that is to listen to another episode, share with your friends, and leave us a review. All this stuff helps the mysterious algorithm to introduce our podcast to new audience. Thank you for joining me, and let's listen to the episode. Do you feel like you want to quit karate? Everybody does. From white belts to middle grades to black belts. At some point, everybody thinks about quitting. There may be many reasons behind it, but it seems to be that the initial stage, people with the white belts who just sign up into the class, they dropping out, realizing that it is not what they wanted. It might be a bit too hard, too overwhelming, they drop out. Then it seems to be that a black belts as well drop out for similar reasons. They achieve their goal. Many people come into the dojo with a goal of having a achieve black belt. That's done, they can move on, and there is a group of people in between who are motivated, they enjoy stuff, but sometimes hit the plateau and quit as well. Now we're gonna look at those stages. So when you're coming in to the dojo, you think you want to do martial arts, you've got a mental image of how it's gonna be look like. Most probably it's inspired by videos, movies, stories, legends, myths, whatever. You're going into the karate dojo, you getting into the strange environment with people being dressed in uniforms. There is a procedures, there is a rituals in some dojos, some kind of moving away, but there's a bunch of people who try and hurt each other, and not always that image is compatible with your image that you wanted from martial art. Plus, there is a lot of, if you're in a good dojo, there's lots of a physical activity. You're learning stuff, you're doing pads, you're doing workouts, you're doing rolling, you're doing throws. It's a lot. It's a lot for people to take. And if you are not kind of introduced to it slowly, you just throw in it, it might be overwhelming and people just get scared. They don't enjoy it, go away. Then we've got the middle belts from, let's say, yellow to brown, where people enjoying the training on the beginning, but then the routine creeps in, motivation drops down a little bit, and the monotony kicks in. If you are not in an environment where you're having fun and your coach is not providing that kind of balance of a commitment and discipline with a fun and relaxation or whatever you're looking for in that dojo you enter in, because the different karate clubs have different goals. Some will be going for sporting, some will be self-defense, some might be meditation, relaxation, whatever. So if you don't meet that activity you chosen with fun, then you're gonna be getting a bit down with your perception of the training. You have not enough fun. You're coming in, one session you are great, you're fighting, you're winning, everything goes again, you're going home on high. Next session you're coming in and because of whatever reason you had a bad day before entering the class, you are not being yourself, you're not winning, you're going down, it's and not everything works as you wanted. You're not winning the sparrings, you cannot apply the stuff, you don't get what the teacher was showing, what the application is, and you go down. And that process of going up and down sometimes gets to people, especially when you hit plateau, because the martial art progression is not linear up, it goes up and down, it's sinusoidal. So you're gonna go up, down, then you're gonna have a plateau where you're going up, suddenly stop, then you might go drop down a bit, and then you got a big spike. And people who are in the plateau at the time are most vulnerable to quitting, in my opinion, because they losing faith in the process and they losing faith in themselves. They hit the plateau, they think they're never gonna progress. The plateau might be from a week to few months, where your brain is still processing stuff. It's have to put everything in the place to do that jump. And sometimes, like I said, it drops down and people getting put off by it and quit the martial art. If you are in a plateau, speak to your coach, say that you not feeling it okay, going in the right direction. Coach will give you, or instructor will give you some advice, hopefully, and together with other friends as well, just keep going. The one reason why people see, especially in the small dojos like ours, thinking they are plateauing is because the whole group goes up. And if everybody goes up, you don't see yourself progressing. This is why I encourage my students to go to different clubs and spar with other people, train with other people, so they compare. I know that most people say don't compare yourself to others, but sometimes you need to have that verification because you don't see yourself in a group progressing. But if you go outside from your group and train with other group, you can assess where you're at, right? And as well, it all depends on the fun in a club. You need to have a fine balance between the routine, motivation, fun, and a discipline. So people in that middle range are mostly affected by that. The black belts usually are hit by the monotony of doing the same things. A lot of karate clubs have everything in the syllabus going up to the black belt. After black belt, there's nothing to do just except teaching and repeating everything again, plus one kata that you have to learn. And this is a very boring training because in some clubs you are training all the time for the lower grades for their grading. So 3 months of this, then going back, 3 months for another belt, 3 months of basic. So every time is a basic. I've been in a club like this. I've been stuck in a club like this for a couple of years. I moved into UK. I wanted to train something Kyokushin related. I went to the style who originated as a Kyokushin offshot. There was no Kyokushin around me. So I went in there and I've been told, oh, this is a preparation for grading. After that, we're going to do some advanced stuff. Okay, so we done the 4 weeks towards the grading. They passed the grading, so I said, okay, great. I'm gonna be doing now something more interesting instead of doing skis on the spot and getting ready kids for their grading. And I heard that, oh, in 3 months we've got another grading, so we're gonna be doing basics again. And that lasted for I think a year. I managed to stay there a year, and then I was kindly asked to leave, but that's the different story. So I done that, moved on away, but this is the reality of karate training that a lot of dojos will put you on the basics all the time. So you're getting a black belt. There's no more learning for you except the moves in the kata. You don't even do applications. You just go through the motions of all the grades, and people get bored and people leave. If there's nothing to learn, why would you stay? You've got a black belt. You mastered the basics. If you have no more lessons for yourself, then what else to do? Move on, hang the certificate in the toilet, people coming in, seeing you done your grading. And this is not so much fault of the person who quit. It is a environment, a association, a teacher, because he doesn't provide fun and stimulus to learn and stay within the group. So This is for kind of black belts side. The other thing which is very important is working with injuries. At some point, we all getting injuries. Some getting more serious, some getting a bit more light ones that heal quicker. But we all gonna hit the injuries, and a lot of people trying and ask me how I know. I've done it many times, and try to work through the injuries. You can get away with it when you are 20 years old and train with the injuries goes away, but it wanna come back, hunt you later. When you're getting older, like myself, over 40, it is not so quick to heal. So you need to be careful. If you've got an injury, you need to slow down the pace, adjust the training, enjoy it, and don't force yourself to aggravate that injury. And you have to compensate the rest as well. People are notorious for undercutting their recovery and kind of recharging the body and the mind as well. So if you're training too much, you're overtraining yourself, you're worsening the injury, then you look around, I can't do this as the other people can, and your mind start um, keep doing tricks on you and keep saying to you that maybe you should quit, maybe you're not worth this, maybe you should move on, sit at home, you're gonna heal better, you're gonna enjoy some other activities, watch TV, drink coffee, tea, or whatever your drink is. um, and people fall into that, and I see how and why it is difficult to come to the dojo, look how other people enjoy training, and you have to do something that you didn't want, your leg hurting, your shoulders hurting, stuff, and so on. So work around injury, have a plan, put yourself into the dojo, be part of the dojo, because you cannot do things that doesn't mean you're not part of the training. You can always help, you can always advise, you can grab we've got one of our students who is an instructor as well, at the moment going through the injury, so he's helping with people who don't like sparring or cannot sparring, doing katas, taking care of the basics, jumping in whenever he can, but his motivation is low as well. So you need to create a plan of recovery, how you're going to be training with what you can to not make that injury worse, and then build yourself back up, keep yourself motivated, have fun with training and whatever you can do. I keep saying a quote from a crow, it cannot rain all the time. So you will eventually get better. It might be a long time. Like for myself, when I had my spine injury, for 7 years, I couldn't lift my hands above the shoulder level. So it was very, very down bringing me with training because I couldn't do this, I couldn't do throws, and so on. If I could, I had to pay for it in a couple days later, and my pain come back if it was a bit better. Eventually, I managed to get rid of it. Obviously, I haven't done enough progression as I wanted. I plateaued for a long time, but then it was a huge jump when I was actually able to do stuff. So just bear with it, wait, fix yourself, recover, then the expansion of your knowledge and skill is gonna come. You just have to be patient and try to have fun and manage your expectation, right? You're expecting that you got an injury and you're gonna be competing in a UFC. That's kind of misaligned goals, right? Fix yourself first, add a little bit of a training on top, and slowly build it up, and then we're gonna have that jump. So this is my thoughts on the quitting on karate. Try find the right dojo, find the people who motivate you, find the people who make fun with you. Fun doesn't mean that we're not doing hard training. It means that it's enjoyable what you do. It can be super hard, but still enjoyable, fulfilling your mental attitude, your goals, and your challenges. Well done for listening to all of it. You are a superhero. Thank you very much for your support. And if you could leave us that review on a podcast platform, that would be amazing. I appreciate your time, appreciate your support, and I wish you all the best until the next one.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network. At Kroger, an annual Boost membership just got even better. Now you can choose from Disney Plus with ads, Hulu with ads, or ESPN Plus on us when you sign up. Plus, enjoy unlimited free delivery, double fuel points, exclusive offers, and free items. Sign up for a Boost membership today. It's an easier way to save, including new streaming options to relax with while we deliver your groceries. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.